Good morning, and thank you again, Dr. Broussard, faculty, Board of Regents, proud parents, family, and of course the graduates. It's an honor to be here today to give your commencement speech. I'm excited to share my business experience and appreciation I have for Texas Chiropractic College with you. I remember how I felt graduating nearly 10 years ago from TCC. What an accomplishment. My choice of becoming a chiropractor was a collaborative effort of wanting to own a business, help others without the use of drugs or surgery, and actively participate in a field using both my hands and my mind. This was a decision after going through some obstacles and doing some intense soul searching and praying. It started during my senior year of high school when my mother had an accident and needed assistance both financially and physically. At first I juggled with school and work, but soon realized that I needed to work longer hours to support my mother. After work, I massaged my mother's back, arms, and legs. The medical doctor said that she wouldn't walk and would be on pain medications for the rest of her life. The following year, I went back to high school to finish a semester so I could walk across the stage. After graduation, I began working 3 full-time jobs, totaling 120 hours per week. One of the jobs I had was as a chiropractic assistant. I saw firsthand how beneficial chiropractic was and how miraculous the body is at healing itself when given the chance. The reason I worked 3 jobs was that 2 of the jobs helped support my mother and I. The 3rd job was so I could have a future. This became difficult on my body over time, so with the money I earned, I was able to quit 2 of the jobs and buy a snow cone stand at the age of 21. That helped. I quit the last job and the stand was able to support itself. Now I was able to work half the hours and make twice as much. My mother recovered, and despite what the doctor said, my mother walked, got off pain medication, and was able to return to work full-time. This is when I decided to use my God-given talent and started taking pre-med classes to become a chiropractor. I then entered Texas Chiropractic College 3 years later, paying some of my tuition with the money from the stand. When I opened my practice shortly after, I used the remaining money from the stand and 3 credit cards to pay for build-out, equipment, and salary, since getting a business loan was impossible being out of work for the last 3.5 years. I was determined to make it and paid off all the credit cards within a year. Your purpose will help you become who you were meant to be. This will help you stay focused as you either set up practice or find a clinic that suits your personality as an associate doctor. After that, the continuation of doing what you're doing is from your passion. There will be obstacles that come your way. It's not the obstacles that will stop you. It's how you handle the obstacles. If you look at obstacles as defeat, then there becomes no solution, and you will succumb to outside influences. If obstacles are looked at as opportunities, then the solutions are endless. If you are true to yourself by being honest, compassionate, and having integrity, you will continue to love what you do. If your main goal is focused on just attracting patients into your office or how you're going to pay your bills, your actions will reflect this by the way your office operates, and in turn will devalue your practice. An example of this is offering free adjustments or adjustments at a nominal cost to increase the number of patients to your practice, which devalues an adjustment. By looking at immediate gratification, it will bring long-term consequences to both you and to the profession. The message is displayed as, I am an inexperienced chiropractor, so in exchange I will offer you free or cheap adjustments. The problem is that when you feel the price should be raised, they will still see you as an inexperienced doctor and will have a problem paying your regular fee. They would rather go down the street to another chiropractor when you increase the cost because they have associated your initial price with you. Instead of discounting the bread and butter of your practice, I suggest discounting the adjunct therapies or x-rays. The other way of devaluing your practice is charging patients based on the bills you have accumulated for financial gain instead of what they need. An example of this is when you're getting paid and prescribing everyone TENS units or diagnostic tests when other tests have revealed a diagnosis, i.e. using NCV, EMG tests when it is known that the radiculopathy is peripheral, or overutilizing products or services. When it has been communicated to the patient that a certain amount will be collected from the services rendered, it is important to follow through with this. If negotiations happen afterwards, the value of the service is lost. A patient should be expected to establish an exchange in fees for an exchange in services. The main focus should be based on the patient. When you put your entire self into that patient, the accomplishment is surreal. The service you provide will outweigh any price. By shifting your thought from cheap doctor to great doctor, you are being what you are meant to be. You are being authentic. The greatest accomplishment I get is when a child doesn't need tubes in their ears or no longer has colic or enuresis because of their adjustment. A patient canceled their surgery and no longer needs any pain medication because of their treatment. Or the daily confirmation we get about how great they feel and how much energy they have. Treat your patients as if they were your own family members. There's a Hindu term I would like to talk about, namaste, which is used as a greeting and salutation. It's shown with the hands together and a bow. Namaste means the divinity in me salutes the divinity in you. Namaste is a sign of respect and honors the place in where spirit lives. The spirit in me meets the same spirit in you. When we live by namaste, we would do no harm to another because we understand that God is within. There's a book written by William Danforth called I Dare You. At one time, all men on earth were gods until they sinned and abused the divine. Brahma, the god of all gods, decided that the godhead should be taken away from man and hidden where he wouldn't find it to abuse it. The lesser gods said that they would bury it deep in the earth. But Brahma said that man would dig down in the earth and find it. So the gods said that they would sink it in the deepest ocean. But Brahma said that man would one day learn to dive and would find it there as well. So then the gods said they would put it on the highest mountain. But Brahma said that man will someday climb every mountain on earth and will capture the Godhead. Brahma told the lesser gods to hide it down within man himself, since he will never think to look there. Through my life, I have learned that fulfillment comes when you are giving and serving others. Helping my patients gives them a better quality life. Giving back to my profession allows a greater amount of people in the world to be alleviated from discomfort and pain, because now there are more doctors to help me. By giving back to our organizations, just as TCA and ACA, we are keeping chiropractic here tomorrow. By contributing to the foundation of chiropractic, we are helping educate the public about chiropractic so they can make informed decisions and have choices when it comes to drugs and surgery. By joining your alumni and contributing back to your alma mater, we are helping our school achieve higher standards in order to continually educate top doctors. Success is not just how much money you make, it's how you get there. At the end of the day, it's about how many people you helped. How many did you save from surgery? How many are prescription free? How many lives have you touched? By staying ethical and understanding money is secondary, the rewards you reap will be endless. When you're passionate about what you do, it runs through your veins. It's the reason you wake up in the morning. No one can ever change your mind about doing anything else. You will make all exceptions, sacrifices, and commitments to fulfill this. You have already shown part of this by becoming a chiropractor. Now the next step is to be a chiropractor. Today, your dream becomes a reality. Good luck and God bless. Namaste.